All right. Um, Hello, everybody. I did not share my screen. That's pretty weird. Share screen. Um, Showing stream. Okay, everybody. Kind of weird, but we have a well, not really kind of weird. It's been an uptrend, but we do have a high risk of severe weather in the Ohio Valley and Upper Dixie Alley, and that is followed by a enhanced risk of severe weather that's up to our covering area with the moderate risk I forgot to mention. So this moderate risk is this high and moderate risk is a tornado driven. Well, the moderate is also driven by something else, but at least your high risk is also driven by a 30% chance, 30% hatched risk of severe weather, and that's currently ongoing right now. Because if I actually look at it, the MRMS viewer, I'll be able to show you uh, if it loads. But yeah, we do have these over here happening in here's your supercells, your prefrontal supercells. It does look like these are actually a little bit more elevated due to some atmospheric things, but these should be able to still sustain and become tornadic supercells with potentially a violent tornado. Is not ruled out. Uh, and this does extend to once in your 15%. This is also a pretty elevated, really high risk of significant tornadoes. It extends well into the area. And then you have a 10% hatched, which it's your lowest end risk on the SPC scale until I think next year to have a chance of significant tornadoes. So that goes almost all the way into the border of Michigan, almost. But then this is followed by a 5% risk of tornadoes. Um, yes, what am I saying? Yeah, it's off of this. There's gonna be a line of storms forming, and around when it gets to, and the chance over here is mainly for quasi linear convective system tornadoes, which are just embedded tornadoes. Anything you want to say? Are you there? Probably not. Okay. Anywho, uh, so we do have that. That's pretty fun. But your wind risk has a moderate risk of severe weather for the potential for a pretty significant wind event. I think like your max wind gusts potential is like I think 90 or 95 miles per hour wind gusts. And once again, that will quickly form into a line, and you still will have the chance for a significant winds up to at least 75 miles per hour or greater. But once again, just like at least last Sunday, it looks like it's probably going to diminish once it gets to the northeastern Ohio area and in these parts as well, in the your Ohio Valley area. But I mean, you still have a pretty good wind risk for 50 to 65 miles per hour wind gust with that line. And then you have an elevated hail threat as well. This is mainly for, I believe, for your supercell mode with any elevated supercells and your beginning of your line. That's where your greatest risk for significant hail is. But you also have a pretty elevated risk of hail as well in this 15% region. The latest models have been trending in favor of this 15% hail risk. So I do agree with it. I mean, maybe not too, in my opinion, maybe not, this far out though. I'm not too sure about that. But, it's the
Me neither.
SEC. Huh? Dude, you
I
like
said I'm
scared.
not sold on it that far east either.
Yeah. But anyways, here's your current satellite view. I probably should have picked the regional sector. But here's your set. Come on, man. Okay, there we go. Here's your satellite view. And it looks like we do have some clearing continuing to go on over here as your warm front, which is approximately somewhere right here. That's going to continue to push north. But there is still a lot of cloud cover over here, which can throw some wrenches in the forecast because around right now we are supposed to have at least 50-degree dew points somewhere up here, up into here. Well, probably not that far up. Probably like up into here. But your warm front kind of slowed a little bit, so we don't even have 50 dew points over here. But that will change as long as this doesn't bubble up too fast, because then you're going to get more clouds affecting towards that way. But still, you have a lot of clearing, so a lot of destabilization. And I think you do have a confluence band setting up right here. It's because if you look at your surface data, you do have winds going this direction and winds going this direction, converging into one kind of area. And the satellite does confirm, back this up. So I do think you have a confluence band. We're going to see what this does, because the environment over here just isn't that favorable for any kind of severe weather just yet. And the trends have been, it's continuing to not look like, at least this part, eastern Ohio, may not be able to have that atmosphere like we kind of predicted. But it's still possible. Anything can change, of course, especially when that warm front does move up to the north. It's also a good observation to make that with this convection over here, as this kind of pulls up this way, north this way, another forecaster wants to join, so I'm going to send that link. But okay, Ethan, do you want to say anything? If we're still here.
Sure. Sorry I was muted for a couple minutes. I had to do one more thing, of course. But I'm taking rap soundings right now, and areas in southern and almost central Ohio almost have near 1,000 joules per kilogram of most unstable CAPE. Your surface-based CAPE is obviously still off towards the west. Or wait, never mind. It is actually starting to build in southwestern Ohio. We actually have a ripe environment already with almost 1,600 or 1,700 joules per kilogram of CAPE in southwestern Ohio, and that's one rap sounding at this hour. So things are starting to get going, huh, Char?
Yes, they are.
Yeah, and your lapse rates are steep down in southwestern Ohio. That's why I'm really concerned for that area. Like Cincinnati and Columbus, you guys really got to be watching, because any storms that flare up really after this hour are going to turn severe and possibly tornadic real quick. And this isn't to fearmonger. All right, I know I hear a lot of people saying that meteorologists fearmonger. We are not fearmongering. We are just telling you the information you need to know.
Yeah, I'm almost done sending the email, but he's right about that. It's looking like almost that southwestern Ohio, and even into north, and that also area in we call it Kentucky and Indiana. It's very possible that we can reach what do you call it in volatile environment parameters. What that means is
Right.
that if you get like one discrete supercell, which is like a cell on its own, that can go pretty big and cause a lot of problems.
You're right about that. And your supercell composite is actually fairly high already as well.
Yeah.
That's not good when that's high. So, like said, if you're in Indiana, Illinois, and even in portions of Kentucky, well, northern Kentucky is part of our viewing area, but if you're in Ohio, Indiana, and especially Kentucky, those three states, you guys really need to be weather aware. Not only for this hour, but also the evening, even going in towards the overnight, as a powerful wind bag sets up with significant straight line damaging wind gusts.
Yes. Let's see here. One of the so yeah, that's your satellite, and we did show you the current radar across. That's not the current radar. Uh, this the current radar across the areas. That's the wrong way. Yeah, this is looking pretty. This is looking pretty bad for this area down here. But that's not
Yeah,
our covering area. So
those cells are starting to get going down there.
it also looks like okay. Also, Ethan. I think
Yeah.
our other forecaster does want to join. So and only two people can be on here. So if you don't mind, like just like leaving just for a quick second, so we can just talk for a little bit, if that's fine. Then you can come right back.
Well, I actually have to eat dinner anyway because I have to do something this evening. So, but it was nice joining you.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Um. Yeah, we'll talk on the group chat again later
yeah.
about the severe storms that are hopefully severe when they get to us. All right. All right. See you,
Yep.
Char.
Yep. See ya. Bitcoin. Anyways, yeah. That probably wasn't that was cringy as hell. That was cringy. That was cringy. Dang it, that was cringy as hell. Okay. Sorry, yeah, I probably should. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, you do have these cells over here that are quickly forming into a line. These are pretty severe, and I do believe that we actually have a tornado watch. Um,
There we go. You hear me?
Hello.
Do you hear me, Char?
Yeah,
There we go.
I do. Do you hear me?
All right. I can hear you
Oh,
loud and clear. I would recommend
alrighty.
pulling up the WPC page for the excessive rainfall. I think that's something we should probably touch
Oh,
up
yeah, I
on.
forgot about. Yeah, I don't know why I'm in caps lock, but that's a.
So there is a day one moderate in effect for some parts of extreme southern Illinois and Indiana that are barely in our coverage area. Bigger deal is day
Yeah,
two high, in
that
my
is
opinion.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be our most biggest day for excessive rainfall.
GFS specifically has been particularly bullish on totals. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a bit of a northeastward extent of that high risk. I think the moderate maintains generally where it is. I think that's fairly well placed. Maybe there another slight eastward extent just because we had a bit more saturation from today's morning line than I think a lot of people were expecting in southern Ohio.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also
It's
the
the same.
snow.
Huh?
There's also that snow
Well,
in northeast Minnesota. I'm far less concerned about that, but worth mentioning.
yeah, they're gonna be. You guys up there. You guys are used to it, but we're gonna mention it.
Yeah. Forecast through Thursday for areas northeast of Duluth, up there by International Falls, is for 8 to 12 inches. That is actually a downtrend from what they were. I think yesterday was they were in that 12 to 18 contour. It's it's not looking as favorable in
Yeah.
terms of snow. But late season snowstorm.
You gotta love those. So yeah. What do you think about the H triple R?
I think it's oversaturating a little. I'm not sold.
Yeah.
19Z uptrended. I'm still not very sold on it. 20Z's coming in. It's rendering.
It's
20Z
probably gonna show the worst thing.
20Z is slabbing Western Michigan.
You gotta be kidding me with it. I just made a retimmer quote. You gotta be kidding me.
You got to be kidding me. Yeah.
Oh, that's not ideal.
Not really.
But that's the first time we've seen that. That's crazy.
Previously there was a bit of a renegade cell that was going from Wisconsin into the what's up there, Ypsilanti area. This is much different. This is a bona fide tornado threat. That's going clear to Lansing.
Yeah.
There's going to be some big hail today. It's not the primary concern. The tornado risk is the primary concern, but I think in terms of probabilities, hail is the highest for the northern node specifically. We might get some 3-inch hail on the Illinois-Indiana border today.
So that's the thing. That's interesting. I mean, I don't know if that's crazy. I mean, it is in the slight risk. Barely. In the 5. There's a lot of morning convection still in Michigan.
Yeah. It is not.
I think that might. Yeah. Yeah, the recent NAM 12 is just it's kind of sad for storm lovers, but it's also kind of hilarious at the same time.
I mean, Southern
this
Illinois.
area.
Yeah. Our area is what we're talking about. This is still very concerning if you're in Southern Illinois, Indiana.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant.
If you're in the great city of Cleveland, then you aren't looking so hot in terms of severe weather tonight. Unfortunately enough.
We're never looking so hot. That was weird. Okay.
These updraft helicity swaths are wide. on 20ZH-RRR. Like that updraft helicity, there's an updraft helicity swath in like northeast Indiana that is 2 counties wide.
That's crazy. Wait, that's not even 20Z. Here we go. What in the heck?
Go to SimRef.
Where's my Broyles high risk?
Yeah. Dude, this is Broyles like legacy forecast verification. Like
yeah.
Nobody would have gone high except Jim Weenie in Central Tennessee. And now everybody's going high.
I wonder what I think he saw. Broyles saw the HREF because it showed something really similar like this.
I will say this is why you look into the actual meteorological parameters and not just simulated reflectivity on HRRR. Because if you were looking if you were just looking at SimRef in like Western Tennessee this morning, you're saying this is a QLCS at best, but parameters are there, especially that 12Z Little Rock sounding.
Why is there on 20Z? Why is there a line of like supercells in Kentucky and the Tennessee? Like, look at that. That's like
That's. I think they've been pushing like further east with each run. Like the isolated cells ahead of the line have been pushing further east with each run of the HRRR. Like 18Z, they're in like the Memphis area. 20Z, they are like clear to Nashville. That is just a straight up.
I think it has like a Toledo slabber.
It does. It has a Western Ohio slabber. It just has the entirety of Ohio west of like Sandusky just gone.
Dayton always gets something. I'm calling it right now. There's going to be like a Dayton tornado that nobody saw, like a late night Dayton tornado. I swear.
Did they get one with it? I know Kings Island almost got hit down in Cincinnati. I don't know if Dayton got one Sunday.
I have no idea. These might be embedded supercells down here south of Kentucky. Well, in Kentucky and south.
Yeah. Bit of nudger theory, I think, going there in like southern Indiana, southern Ohio. At like 3Z. But nudger theory from the line. Like it would be a brief strengthening. All right, I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, that's interesting. So it looks like that if anybody's watching the stream, it does look at that. In earlier, I was talking about a confluence band setting up here, and it does look like in 2 hours it sets up. Now I don't know how truthful that is because literally 2 hours ago there was a confluence band, and the HRRR said there was going to be some cells along it at 4 p.m. Well, it's 5 p.m. and so far I'm not seeing a whole lot. I am seeing, what is that? I am seeing something. Something's trying to get going, but that doesn't look anything significant. That doesn't look anything significant. So yeah, it's kind of like all the models are kind of just delaying everything.
Yeah.
At least for Ohio.
Check out that cell.
Which is not surprising.
Check
like
out
right
that.
now.
Yeah, west of Champaign, Illinois.
Hopefully, this does not break my computer. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
that is some stuff.
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna have to look at MR and mess with this.
It
I
looks,
think I know what you're talking about.
yeah, it looks like a long tracker. Like it's got that look to it, and it's got an entire line of nudgers behind it back to St. Louis. Actually, wait a minute.
Yeah.
That's like another. There's definitely big hail there west of Farmer City, Illinois. That's going to be a big storyline today.
That Champagne storm, I'm surprised it's not rotating.
Yeah.
Probably will soon. There's also probably going to be a lot of water spouts.
Yeah.
There also is a this is like barely in our well, it's kind of in our forecasting area, but there is a marginal and slight risk for tomorrow. It's for our covering area wise, it's mainly going to be in this part of Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
I haven't really looked into it that much. Gonna be really honest. I have not looked into this that much. But I do know there's an enhanced risk for, and there's like a 10% sig with it.
I do think, yeah, like it's mainly like Arkansas, Tennessee region, but something could happen that northern mode. You never know.
No one long track tornado in Pennsylvania.
RRFS just has a Philadelphia slabber for some reason.
That sounds about right.
23Z Thursday. It has 3 discrete cells in Philadelphia, Wilmington, Delaware, and Baltimore.
That sounds about right for the RFSS, whatever it's called.
I just call it the Rufus.
But also, guys, there is an enhanced risk tomorrow in part of the same area. I this area I just outlined is going to get like the worst luck for the rest of the week. Flash flooding, severe weather. Like, I hate to live in that area this week.
It is insane how screwed Northeast Arkansas has been this year. Like you had Diaz 190 less than a month ago. Then you have today, tomorrow, you have flash flooding. And then I think again, is that where the day 4 is?
The day 4 is
day 4 is more southeast Arkansas.
Yep.
But there's a day 3 in area too. I forgot to mention that. So, yeah.
The only good thing about day 3, which the kind of good thing is that there's no significant outline.
Yeah.
But that's a pretty good shot of severe weather.
But yeah, I mean, Arkansas had violent tornadoes March 14th, and now they are going to have an outbreak today, an outbreak tomorrow, an outbreak Friday, an outbreak Saturday, and flash flooding basically all of those days. Not great luck.
Yeah.
And Calipari lost. So, like, just not been a good month if you're in
Not a good month. I don't know what Queso's gonna do since he lives in a mobile home.
Saw Hunter Hurley wanted to bring him chasing.
The only pro about that is they won't be able to be sucked up by the tornado.
Yeah. You know that El Reno DI 2011 where it's like the 195 ton oil tanker got lifted?
Yeah.
I think they'd have to pull out that kind of DI for Queso Slabber.
Yeah. You just sound like you drank the best sip of water in your life. Okay. Anyways. Oh yeah, mesoanalysis. How has it already been an hour? How has it already been an hour? That's crazy. It still shows that, okay, the warm front is in northern Ohio, and there still is the confluence thing. Okay, my cat is crying. 1 second.
I can hear. Yeah. Surface Labs in Columbus has a 73/59 profile. There is dew points still aren't mixing terribly well. In Ohio, there's a 60/60 in Indiana. That's fully saturated.
Yeah.
But they aren't mixing too well up here.
You're cooked. We're not getting anything up here.
And then, 54/46 in Cleveland, because of course there's. Yeah, 20Z is just like trying to kill everybody, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, more frames coming in from 20Z. It uptrended the QLCS. Like, that's still bowing into West Virginia. At this point, like, it's not really worth talking about because it's models 6 hours before the event happens, but
yeah. The low-level lapse rates have not moved up since the warm front moved up. That's kind of concerning. But I mean, there's still cloud cover, so it makes sense.
There is some like substantial downdraft cape. Downburst.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know what downdraft cape does. I'm gonna be completely honest with you.
It's more so a parameter of microbursts. So yeah.
What is it doing in South Carolina?
So there is like a decent, severe, not decent, but there is a risk, I guess.
Yeah.
There's like a couple random pop-ups that fire in like Savannah and make them. Probably won't do anything. That's actually what the high risk was issued for. I just put it in the wrong area. Those little pop-ups in South Carolina.
There's some difluence in Ohio, but I mean,
yeah.
The low jet is it's all right for that's like 50, 55 knots in northern Ohio and less than 50 knots in the rest of Ohio.
That champagne cell is really wrapping up. There's a fairly tight couplet developing.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, that's not really a couplet. That's contamination. But
that's like the storm relative velocity is kind of weird. I mean,
yeah.
like it looks like it should be like a stronger rotation, but it's not.
Oh, I just looked at I was looking at super res, not storm relative. Storm relative looks significantly more significant for velocity. That is a sentence I just said.
That's a really good sentence that you just sentenced.
Okay. CC, wait a minute. Say to me.
There's a lot of vorticity still, and that can. I mean, if anything, that can, if that stays for the QLCS in Northern Ohio and Southeastern Michigan, that can.
Confirmed tornado for Jackson, Tennessee area.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Still says radar indicated, but that was NWS Memphis tweeted out. Confirmed tornado east of Mercer in Madison County. Not our coverage area, but there's still not much happening in our coverage area, so.
Yeah, there's just that champagne cell.
Yeah.
That cell's like it's like it's like along like different types of like cave. It's like fluctuating surface cave.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's also right along the warm front.
Yeah. NATOcast is in.
No, is it still 45?
No.
Is it 30?
It's down to 30, but they added a big 30 in Indiana and Ohio. It's like there's a swath from like Indianapolis to like I want to say the Defiance area. That's 30 hatched. And then, Cleveland's still in the 2% because of course
we're still in a significant tornado downtrend on the NATOcast. Yeah, that's our luck. That is interesting. That's interesting for our covering area, guys, because if we can get a discrete cell or two in that kind of environment in this area, that can do something pretty I don't want to say substantially big, but it can definitely produce a tornado and potentially in the 10 sig area a long track strong tornado. I don't know about long track, but strong tornado.
Yeah. Does Mesoanalysis have significant hail parameter?
I think they do. Significant hail. It's mainly maxed out in the high risk area.
Yeah. Just a 1.5 contours up here.
Yeah. It's probably going to go up soon.
Yeah. What is this? Surface to 1 kilometer EHI is like decent ahead of those cells in Champaign. It's about 4. 1 kilometer EHI.
Yeah. Right there. That Champagne cell is about to go in that 4 EHI.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I forget where I took this sounding at. I think it was in Illinois, maybe.
Yeah,
But that's
it's not ideal.
crazy. That's crazy. In Illinois.
NAM is also showing that Western Michigan slabber, by the way. 18Z NAM is showing, it's a discrete supercell that's moving from the Michigan City, Indiana area, which I know sounds stupid, but there's a town in Indiana called Michigan City. And that's like heading up into, there's like nothing in Southwest Michigan, so I don't even know town names off the top of my head.
Listen, it's not as worse as the Canadian street names. I mean, there's like,
yeah,
it's like there's literally names like that street, this street, the other street. Like, not even lying.
I've heard. Is that what? NAM is showing. No, I shouldn't say that. That's Saturday. I thought this was Thursday. No. Ignore the words coming out of my mouth.
All right, let's ignore them, everybody.
Yes, that's a great idea. I am a buffoon. Do not listen to me.
I'm joking.
I'm not.
Ban him. Banish him.
Mods, add 1 photon to every atom in his body. There's some decent veer back on some of these soundings I'm pulling out of Southern Illinois, which has been proven to aid in a tornadic development. That one's contaminated. Yeah. And lapse rates are, I mean, they're not amazing, but they're good. They are solid lapse rates. P watts high. That's the thing. Like, these are gonna, if tornadoes develop, they're gonna be ugly. They're not the kind of tornado you sit on your porch for. Which I know that's a Midwest tradition, and we take pride in it, but we probably shouldn't. It's not the best idea.
The 18C NAM 3, it also agrees that like for hours, like the northeastern Ohio, it like the environment just dies. It agrees with the NAM 12. It just dies. It's just gone. What did we do?
And what did Arkansas do? That's the real question. They like pissed somebody off at Heaven HQ. Something happened there.
That's great.
They made somebody mad.
Somebody's getting fired at Heaven HQ. That's great.
Oh wow. I'm gonna here. I just sent something in the group chat. It's the you know that tornado is in Potosi, Missouri? Like 30 minutes ago.
I think.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
It's like decently photogenic.
Yeah. Holy crap.
That's a sounding.
Wow, 4 times. That's a sounding.
Critical angle's not that good. That's really the only thing I can knock about that sounding you just pulled. Is that
Really?
It was like a critical angle is like 49 degrees. Which also like critical angle doesn't matter that much, honestly. But like, you know, it's nice to have a critical angle of like 85 or something.
Let's see what's this? The STP? No, yeah, the STP for tomorrow in south of Cleveland. Let's see if it wants to do something with the rain showers.
STP -3. There's some fairly decent clearing ongoing in eastern Indiana, western Ohio.
Yeah.
Like, that instability is just going to keep going up until cells fire. Or, well, I guess cells move in and
Sadly,
they
it's
fired.
getting dark. It's getting dark.
Yeah,
Our
like
severe threat may be cut. Look at that. That's just going.
Yeah.
Those clouds.
I mean, the fact of the matter is we never had any real, like, our severe threat was only going to happen in spite of Cape. Clearing isn't going to help at all. Like, it doesn't really matter.
The severe threat on the models were the friends we made along the way.
Yeah. Maybe the squall line was the friends we made along the way.
Yeah.
Is that? I think a little bit of something. I might just be, like, seeing that. I might just be schizophrenic, but, like, is that a little baby confluence band in, like, southeast Indiana?
Right here.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
Let me check. I lost where this is. Okay, that's great. This should work. I mean, maybe. You do at least some convergence.
Yeah. I don't love it. I'll be honest.
Yeah. But
that champagne cell just, like, killed itself too. There's like a maybe nudger about to happen. Like,
maybe.
Yeah. It's not that great. And there's a bit of bulging ahead of the hook that's killing off that inflow, which is not what you want if you want tornadoes, which, you probably shouldn't, but you do, you boo.
You know that guy on Twitter who's like, whenever the SPC has like an outlook, the guy's like, put Chicago into high risk.
Justin Fields fan. Yes, I know him well.
He's probably pissed. We are just not getting clearing. I mean, maybe a little, but these clouds are just.
Do we have any Cape right now?
Let me do a rap sounding. Rap.
That's not the button I want.
Okay, but right now, what's right now in Z time? Let me check. It's 21.
You say 21?
Oh my God. Oh no. Okay, get ready to see the best absolute sounding of your lifetime right now in Cleveland. Just what? Oh, there's
What is
inflow. But wow. How did it get marginal severe?
Because there's no cape. That how much SRH is that? 800?
Your SRH, there's no eight. There's no. I mean, your SRH is like 500 surface 1 kilometer, 600. Your inflow's 210. That's
Jeez.
crazy.
There's a lot of stretching. I don't know if you can tell. There's a little bit of stretching of that photograph.
Yeah. And look at our severe weather. Let me choose a different color. But look at this thing that's going to totally initiate severe weather right here. Look at that. Look at this. Totally. Look at that.
Wait, that is like a textbook loaded gun sounding right there.
Oh
That's
yeah,
like,
textbook loaded gun like 60. This is gonna cost us 60% hatched right here.
yeah. We're going to get the first 6 out of 5.
Your low level humidity is actually surprisingly dry. I'm not gonna say the number because no, I'm good. But there's a lot of shear, so is anybody watching the stream even? No.
Well, what's better than a broadcasted yap session?
Yeah, we never get any of those in the world anymore. Yeah, yeah.
Am I slow? Where is mixed layer cape?
It's in thermodynamics, man.
I'm in thermos. I think I'm just like blind. I found it. Okay,
It's below surface
I'm
base.
not that good at this, not gonna lie. Okay. There's decent. Warm front will push it, but the warm front is also sad now. So
Did you say the warm front's sad?
yeah, it makes me sad. It's like it's a warm front. It's not really a warm front. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not your typical tornadic warm front.
Yeah.
This line in cluster of storms is about to pop off. I'm gonna see what the wrap has. What the wrap has for Cleveland later. Nothing. Well, maybe. Wait.
Yeah, I
Hold
just
on.
took a wrap.
There's some.
I just pulled a 58 over 53 profile with 588 3-kilometer SRH and
Wow.
244 mixed layer cape.
Dang.
That is a just stupid lapse rate.
Yeah, the lapse rates are just they just make me like jump off a bridge in Roblox,
Yeah, in Minecraft.
in Minecraft, yeah.
There's 3-kilometer lapse rates are 4.3, or 3 to 6 kilometers 7.1. That's something.
That's pathetic. That's
I can turn off my VPN now, can't I? Use a VPN.
That's suspicious.
I have to use a VPN on school Wi-Fi.
I had to do that today too. You know what? I get that. Yeah, they be watching us, man.
Quit judging me, Charlie.
I do the same thing. Not even.
Yeah, the champagne cell might have kind of stopped existing a little bit. Holy crap! There's a cell near the KI.
Near the who what? Oh. We're on my Wi-Fi.